Alright, what's going on everyone? It's King J. I wanted to talk to you about Tekken 8. I've got some stuff here, got the notes. You know, this is like me talking about the good, the bad, and yeah, the advice. So let's get into it. So first things first, I would like to talk about Tekken 8 and my experience overall. I think Tekken 8 experience is amazing. As a casual, I think when it comes to pro players, it's definitely something that is the talk of X, formerly known as Twitter. And I would like to say that I personally feel like with this game that there are some stuff that needs to be changed, but let's go over the good first. So the good, story mode. Story mode is absolutely amazing because I didn't think we was going to get a story mode like that in my life. I was like, raw, story mode. We got a story mode that's like just fully detailed voice actors. This included the whole roster. I thought it was amazing. Tekken 7 didn't include the whole roster. They included, I would say, the main characters and then some that was kind of, you know, around the main characters, but then a lot of the characters got lost in the story. There wasn't nowhere to be found. Whereas this one, it had, you know, so much different characters that were in there. I know Shaheen and Steve didn't really get much of a, you know, of the spotlight, but I guess that, you know, for coming from where we come from in Tekken, there wasn't really much. I don't think you could have been much worse than Tekken 7. Because Tekken 7 had stuff, but the narrator and stuff was just boring. But I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the voice actors. I enjoyed the story. I understood the Devil Gene more. You know, Reina played an amazing part. It was great. Replay feature. So being able to watch your replays back and then saying, okay, where did I go wrong? How do I punish this? How do I get out of this situation? Is absolutely amazing. It's not something that we asked for, but it's definitely a quality of life change in the Tekken series. And it's free. We didn't have to pay for it. So I'm really happy about that. And it will shape up our future champions. So I think that's great. Tekken Ball. Now with Tekken Ball, it's something that was being requested from me for ages. I'm like, why do we keep getting Tekken Ball? I want Tekken Ball. We've got Tekken Ball back, and yeah, I think it's a great addition. Again, it's free. It's coming. I was gonna say it's free, but it is coming with the £70 price tag of the game, and we don't have to do the main ranked, and that's it. You know, in Tekken 7, it was either ranked match, arcade versus practice, or nothing. But we have quite a variety in Tekken 8, sorry. So I'm really happy about that. Character episodes, they're really good. These are like the what if episodes, like what if Law or Horang or Leroy, Ling Xiaoyu, Nina, what if these characters won the Tekken 8 tournament? So I think it's great that they included this in the game. I was like, okay, like before, we never had any of that stuff. We had these character episodes in Tekken 7 where it was just literally you fight one person that's like considered a rival and then that's it. And I was like, this ain't that great. It could be better. But we got character episodes and it's amazing. I'm unsure what's happening with the one with Leroy or DLC characters in the future, but it would be great if we do have those moving forward. 32 characters. I think having 32 characters is always great. There is a lot of characters that we have to kind of look out for, and you know, stuff that we have to kind of be able to learn the matchup and stuff. But again, replay feature helps you with that. But 32 characters is amazing. There's some characters that I feel like, why are they not in the game? Marduk, Armor King, Miguel, Bob, Ganryu. But you know, we got DLC and it seems like they're gonna really be working on this game, so we'll see what's going on. I'm happy with the 32 characters that they have chosen. And I'm happy that Leroy is starting in the roster. That's crazy, right? Stages. So the stages are good, right? I would say I would like to see more real-like stages. I think Tekken Tag 2 had some great stages, you know, like the poolside, and they had the stage from Italy as well. I would love to see more stages that's like that. Other than that, yeah, I can't really complain. The stage music is pretty good. We've got Jukebox as well, which moves me on to music. The Jukebox, having all of those games is amazing. I don't know why we don't have Ground Zero Funk. Is there a reason? Maybe like, I was going to say licensing issues or something like that. Some music are not there. But Ground Zero Funk is the only one I couldn't find. And I think the Devil Jin Tekken scenario campaign, where you fight Devil Jin on that train, the Nightmare train, I couldn't find that music. I really want that song. But again, I don't know why it's not there. Like, can someone tell me why? So moving forward, we have Arcade Quest, which is amazing for the beginners. I played through it and I thought it was really cool. I would say it was a bit short. I thought they could have made it longer. It would have been great. I'm probably going to play it on my Steam Deck going on flights and stuff like that. I think it's a really cool mode. But, and it, from someone that comes from the arcade era, I thought that this is just like, it felt just like it. Like you go to an arcade, there's one player that's the strongest in that arcade. You want to overcome and become better than them. I thought it was great. So Arcade Quest is amazing. Fight Lounge kind of replicated that also. Fight Lounge with me, it felt like, you know, when you got all your friends that, you know, it's a gathering and you lot are playing the game. That's what that felt like. So I really did enjoy that. That is Arcade Quest. Right, now, to sum it up, I'd say there's loads of modes. There's lots of modes that we can play. Characters, variety, great. You know, the mechanics in the game, I would say it's pretty decent. I really like the fact that, you know, they've got comeback mechanics like heat and stuff, but I do feel like heat is overpowering. The rage arts look really cool as well. We've seen them on the trailers when I was reacting to them. I really think they're great. But yeah, that's it. In terms of good, I feel like that there is so much stuff that you can play for Tekken 8. Now moving on to the bad. The bad now. So balancing, I feel like balancing in Tekken 8 is it's very lopsided. Like there's a bunch of characters that are at the top and then there's a bunch of characters that are at the bottom. If you want to talk about what characters they are, I think Devil Jin, Feng, Ling Xiaoyu, King, all these characters, they're really strong. Like if you look at characters like Leroy, Steve, Bears are stronger, but they still struggle with like the top tiers. I feel like there's so many characters that are lopsided. I've done a tier list, so make sure you go check out the tier list on what I think about the balancing and stuff like that, and who's top tier and who isn't. Yoshimitsu is another one top tier, ridiculous. I could go through all the characters and the changes, but this is not a video about that. There's several videos on my channel that you have seen or you haven't seen, you can go check them out. Chip damage. Now, chip damage and recoverable health has always been a bit of a problem to me because I'm always like, it is a very new mechanic. Like Tekken has been known for backdashing, defending, ducking strings and stuff like that. But with this game, it's like you have to attack because you're getting chipped down so much. It's especially when they go into heat. Every move in heat is chip. Whereas when you're fighting them without heat, it's only some moves that do chip. Like Dragunov is notorious for doing so much chip damage, and I think they need to tone that down. Microtransactions. So I want to talk about this because I feel like microtransactions so far in Tekken 8 is what has caused people to be annoyed, right? We've got a game that's amazing, has amazing potential, and what has happened is that when it comes to changes, it's like, oh, here's a new update on Tekken. Oh, the Tekken shop comes 1 month after release. Like, what was the whole reason by that? Did you want people to give your game an amazing ratings and then put out the Tekken shop so that people can't complain or say anything? I don't really know. I do think the Tekken shop is good in some ways because we do get to see like stuff that's been heavily requested from Tekken 7. Like Tekken 7, we was waiting for loads of things and wanted to see stuff, but it was like talking to a brick wall. Whereas Tekken 8, they're quite a lot more responsive. They have Tekken Talk. They're talking to us, letting us know what the updates are going to be. I think that part is in the good as well. I forgot about talking about Tekken Talk. I think that's in the good part. But with every balance patch, even the one that happened, the version 1.3.2, like where the characters, their tornado moves, they were messed up. Like these things come with new characters, new character costumes, new character emotes for the fight lounge. And I feel like that's going to rub people up the wrong way. Let's get the game sorted first. We had so many balance patches for this game. It's only been like 3 months and we've had like so many balance patches. It shouldn't be like that. Yes, we could compare it to games like Street Fighter and stuff like that, but it wouldn't be fair to say, okay, Street Fighter's gone a whole year without having a balance patch. Street Fighter is a 2D fighting game, right? 2D fighting game meaning that it just travels in one line. There ain't these like 3D stuff like, you know, hitboxes, hurtboxes, you know, like collision detection. They don't have these type of stuff in Street Fighter 6 because it's just it's in a straight line, right? Collision detection, meaning that does it hit from the left? Does it hit from the right? Can you sidestep it? There's so much variables when it comes to 3D fighting games, which is why we don't have many anymore. The only one that's like running at the minute is Tekken 8. Right now, Dead or Alive is not there, Soul Calibur is not there. We don't have any other 3D fighting games, so that's why I want to make this video not be so negative and just talk about some of the stuff that I feel like should be changed with the game. So yeah, the microtransactions are going to rub people the wrong way, especially you have to pay for the celebrations. Like, you know, when you're in the Tekken shop, if you have your character buy celebrations, you get 10 of those celebrations. You can use them 10 times and you have to keep on buying them again and again and again. Like, that's crazy. Buffing sidestep, but not buffing sidestep, but ultra buffing 50/50s is always been crazy to me in this game. It's one of the reasons I was complaining about certain things when it comes to Tekken 8. I'm just like, why does these things work? Why is it the fact that I have to literally sit down and have to take 50/50s every single time in Tekken 8? Like, why is it that, you know, if I block something, I'm getting chipped down, and then if I'm by the wall, I have to think about whether I can do a move or whether I can't do a move. If I rush down someone, they might then could turn heat and then it changes round. Like, there's a lot of situations where I feel like, yeah, buffing 50/50s is okay, but then I feel like the way how they've done it, last Den 3, which is that tracking move, mid-tracking move, is not okay. I think Harung's one in the right stance is not okay either, to be honest. I don't think we should have mid-tracking plus on block moves. I don't think we should have plus on block heat engagers that are highs, especially like the fast ones. Maybe if you're talking about Harung's one, which is pretty slow, and there's a couple others that have high heating, high power crushes, fair enough. If they're slow, that makes sense. But to say to have ones that are like 15 frames, like, you know, Victor's back 1, or as you said, as forward 1+2, or no, sorry, Victor's back 1+2, or as you said, as forward 1+2. I just think it doesn't really make sense. And then we've got to look at other things as well. I think Eddie has back 3+4. I don't know what the frames are, but it's pretty rapid, and I just feel like it's just so difficult to deal with. So yeah, that's that part. Lobbies don't keep win streaks, which I think is pretty weird, because in Tekken 7 you could keep win streaks in lobbies. Like when we done the Mandem lobbies, we'd have a lobby with like maybe 4 man or more, and we get to see who's been winning, right? In Tekken 8 it doesn't store that, and I don't know why. Like, that's something that should be in the game already, right? Like, I just don't get it. But again, like I said, hopefully these will come in the updates moving forward. We'll talk about the battle pass. Now, the battle pass is very lackluster. We've seen that you can get a clear ball that you can customize on your character, but that is in the premium like version of the battle pass. Now, it's mind-boggling. I don't know who's behind the battle pass in Bandai Namco, but please just listen to the advice that I'm going to give you at the end of the video, because it just doesn't make any sense. You know, these battle pass that you have is meant to last for 2 months. I've already cleared the battle pass. It's not even been like a month yet. Like, it's just been so easy. You just win rank matches and you just keep leveling up. They could have done crossovers with Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Soul Calibur, seeing as that's under Bandai Namco. Maybe they might have to get licensing for Dragon Ball Z and Naruto, but Soul Calibur is known to be Bandai Namco, right? Mokujin, Tetsujin, King Jin. Why are these characters not in the game? They should be in the battle pass. You know, maybe put Mokujin as the free pass, and then put Tetsujin and Kinjin in the premium pass, what you have to pay for. Like, these things are not hard. Or maybe even put Mokujin in the paid one if you want to, you know. And then another thing as well, level 60 or the highest tier in these battle passes have got to be a legendary item. Like, the legendary item that you lot chose was coins for premium, and that doesn't make any sense. Like, it should be something bigger and better than that, right? So this is why I'm sitting here and I'm just like, they got to do something better than this. It's just not making any sense. And I don't want to sit here and keep complaining, which is why this is going to be the last video where I'm complaining about like Tekken stuff. Unless it's like an update to the patch, then this is going to be my last one. I don't want to keep complaining. Moving forward, I do want to help the new players learn how to get involved in the game, learn how to get into Tekken 8, and so forth. So yeah, that is the bad. I think I've gone over everything. I've spoke about the balancing, chip damage, microtransaction, battle pass, lobbies don't keep win streaks, buff sidestep, but not buff sidestep and ultra buffing 50/50s. So those are the bad. So I think moving forward, if the balancing changes, they kind of nerf how much chip damage is going on. They kind of like give microtransactions, but it's not just Tekken 7 costumes. Let's not be lazy, right? Let's not be lazy. Right? It needs to be something better than Tekken 7 costumes. Like, if it's stuff like, I don't know, if you're doing a bundle, for example, and it's like, oh yeah, here's all the Tekken 3 costumes and it costs this amount, fair play. And then you can buy them individually, fair play. But Tekken 7 is too recent. Like, that stuff should be free, or it should be in the premium pass, right? There's no excuse about it. Tekken Tag 2, Tekken 6. I think Tekken 1 to 5 should be, if you're gonna bring it back into the game, we would have to pay for it. And I'm happy with that. Right? Advice. So we're gonna move on to this part. So advice would be the UI fix. So the UI, the user interface is, I would say adding players should be easy, right? Adding players shouldn't be I have to go to the fight lounge, then someone else has to go to the fight lounge, meet me in one of the fight lounges, then we have to I have to go up to them and then I have to add them. I know there's another fix where you can go into the replay feature and then you can add them that way. You can find them up and you can do it that way, but just make it easy. Go to the community tab, go to, be able to type their name and find them. It should be simple. I don't know why it's this hard. I don't know what we're doing over there for it to be this hard, right? So main character on the front page of the game should also be a thing. Like, we know that it's doable because when Eddie came out, Eddie is on the front of the screen. It's not Kazuya anymore. We know it's simple. We know you can do it. So why is this not a thing in Tekken 8? You should be able to choose our own character and say they're going on the front of our game. Simple. There's loads of modders that probably have done that already, but yeah, I don't know, man. So another UI fix that I would like as well is the fact that when it comes to like communicating with bringing people into lobbies and stuff, especially on the fight lounge, it should just be a lot easier to kind of like change the wins, because in fight lounge it's only first to 2, but we should be able to have like a machine that does first to 2 and maybe a first to 5, because first to 5s are quite common when it comes to this kind of online culture, making content and stuff like that, right? First to 5s, first to 10s. Maybe there should be a machine that does first to 5s. Then maybe there should be a machine that does first to 10s. Also in the fight lounge, they have this big screen showing Tekken, showing Kazuya and Jin fighting against each other. Maybe that should be a screen showing like who's got the most wins on that floor, or I don't know. There's different things you can do with that screen. Maybe show what's happening with the Tekken World Tour. Having that updated is pretty cool, right? Like, I don't know how it would work, because maybe you'd have to keep downloading updates. I don't know. Guilty Gear Strive does it perfectly well, so I don't know. But maybe as long as you're connected to the internet, it will show who's won that tournament or this tournament. I think that'd be a great kind of like quality of life change, and it shines light on the competitive scene, so more people can come out and pay to be a part of the Tekken World Tour. Battle Pass, again, highest level, rarest item. Premium should show rare items. Custom rage arts, custom win poses for Battle Pass should be something that should be thought about, because I think, we've had pro players like Nii that comes from Korea say, yeah, he would buy Jin's custom rage art because the current one that he has is very simple. We could have custom rage arts for some of the characters, custom win pose for some of the characters. I felt like Tekken 5 and 6 had so many win poses, but since Tekken 6, no, since Tekken 7, Tekken 8, it seems like there ain't that many. It seems like, you have like maybe 2 or 3, and it's like, nah, we should have like maybe 6. Like, I think that would be good. There's other things, bring back Embu intro again from like Tekken 3 where they're doing the martial arts, and you got, Jin doing the spinning uppercut, Rung doing the kicks, and Law doing the punches along with Lei and stuff like that. I think stuff like that is a quality of life. It's not something that I'm saying we need, but it's just advice, stuff that you can have. And one more thing that I realized about, you know, these AAA titles, seeing as Bandai Namco are trying to make Tekken 8 be a AAA title, as you can see from the battle pass and all of these things, the daily challenges and stuff. I think make the daily challenges harder. Like, make it be like, you know, do, I don't know, 70 damage out in the open, or I don't know, just like throw break 50 throws in ranked. Stuff like that is a lot more easier than just winning ranked. It's like, bro, come on, man. I can switch around characters and win ranked so easily. I also think that when it comes to like the challenges, I also think maybe have it locked behind certain characters. Well, that would be super interesting. So if you have like a new character like Eddie, then it should be like, I don't know, he engages 50 times with Eddie Gordo. You know, if there's other characters that are coming, you could do it like that. And that could be an incentive for them to play the DLC, right? Also as well, when new DLCs come out, make sure you have like a movie to play. Like games like Call of Duty, Apex Legends, what's the other one? Call of Duty, Apex Legends, Fortnite. As soon as there's like something new, they have this video playing at the start of when you boot up the game, right? And it shows like, you know, stuff to do with whatever the new attraction is. I think you should do that with Tekken, because I feel like as much as we see stuff on Twitter, there's people out there that might not have Twitter. There's people out there that might not even want YouTube and stuff, and they might just want to play the game. You will cause a lot of attraction when it's booted up and you can see a video in the game. So yeah, I think that's my advice on the Tekken stuff. I've put all my notes down. I hope you lot enjoyed. Like I said, I've just thought to myself, it's time for me to do a video like this where I just talk about what I feel is an issue with Tekken 8, why I'm upset about it. My character's low tier, like bottom of the barrel. And it's so difficult fighting these characters compared to like the top characters. So you know, like Steve is bottom tier, Kuma's not that great. There's so much other characters that are just not good. And you know, you've got the Dragonovs, Ling Xiaoyus, Lilies, Jin, Devil Jin, Feng, King, Yoshimitsu. All these characters are so strong and they're so hard to deal with. So you might see me have complained quite a bit, but it's complaining because I have a strong passion for Tekken 8. I think Tekken 8 is doing the right stuff, but some stuff is just not working, right? At the balancing, I know a lot of people are going to say this is Tekken 8.0. I know that's the common thing. It didn't get out into the arcades. That's the common kind of excuse for it, but we're in 2024. That's a big excuse to me. Like, obviously, this whole arcade into going onto consoles was a thing back in the day, but consoles are the way forward. The arcade scene has died. I don't really know any arcade scenes that are like striving like that anymore. So they have to move with the times. Like, that's just how it goes. We've had, you know, early tests, early builds where content creators have played the game. Maybe you should run early builds with, you know, pro players trying out the game. And again, I'll say this again, that it's not me just like complaining about Namco. I think they're doing an amazing job, and obviously to tackle stuff like this, being the only 3D fighting game right now that's actually at the forefront, it's going to be difficult and it's going to be hard. But there are things that could have been done. We could have had an open beta for maybe 2 days, 3 days. Some of these things can be discovered later on, which is fine. But balancing, we've had a CVNT, we've had a CBT, we've had a closed beta. And I'm not gonna lie, like even some of the events as well, you could have popped up to some of the Tekken World Tour events and you could try the game early. And they were getting feedback. The characters in CBT that are really strong now, like Feng and King, like how did that go? How did that go wrong? Like, I understand Dragunov, and I was saying from the early stages that Dragunov, to me, looks like he's gonna be busted. And if you think I'm lying, you can check the reactions. I have an eye to see what stuff is busted in a Tekken game. I've been playing for over, I'd say it's probably coming up to over 2 decades now. I've been playing for a very, very long time. So I know what works and what type of moves look busted, what type of moves look kind of like they're going to cause an issue. And yeah, it's just like, I don't know how long it's going to take for this game to become right. Like, we're in April now and we're coming up to EVO Japan. We've got this version currently right now where Dragunov has got so many plus frame moves, does so much damage. We've got King doing 64 damage heat smash. If his counter hit is 68 damage, which is insane, like the most damage on a heat smash in the whole entire game. We have a lot of problems here. We have a lot of problems to fix, and it's not going to be fixed in time for Evo Japan, which is the first stop for Tekken World Tour. They said they're going to May patch. May patch is going to be, in my opinion, not the final thing to solve the problems to Tekken 8. I don't know how long it's going to take because there's a lot of issues. We have Mishima Star that was a pro player before and that's behind the team. Great, but I do feel like you might need to have a few more, muscle power behind just sorting this out. Maybe get some pro players to come into the, your office, your studio, whatever, testing out the stuff, get advice from them. Maybe they can help you with balancing. Maybe do another survey. I don't know. But as a game that's launched and, had so many bug fixes and problems, it's going to leave a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. It's going to make people think, all right, I'm not going to play this game because this is not working out. And as a content creator myself, yes, I will take full accountability for obviously saying things and obviously having an influence on people. But at the same time, I can't be fake and change the way how I feel towards something just because, you like the game. Like I again, like I'm a fan through and throughout. I've played Tekken 4 and I thought Tekken 4 wasn't exactly great, but I've still been on Tekken 5, Tekken 6, Tekken Tag 2, Tekken 7, right? I just have to be honest. There are some stuff in the game that is definitely questionable, and we need to take a look at them. We need to actually really unpack and just be like, hey, look, Tekken, man, Tekken 8, can we just get this thing sorted? I would hope to say that the game is sorted by August, because obviously, like, the Tekken World Tour is running. We can't have a busted game when the Tekken World Tour is running, right? But who knows? This has been me, King J, talking about Tekken 8.0. We've got to stop saying Tekken 8.0 just because it's not been in the arcades. We've got to stop saying that. We're in 2024. We can't use arcades. Arcade scene is dead, right? As much as I want to, like, I'm from that era and I love that era and it's made me who I am today. I met the most amazing people that I've met today. The scene is dead. We don't even have arcades over here anymore. And if we do, it's probably has Tekken 6, not even Tekken 7. Like, this is just how it is. So we've got to move forward with the times, maybe get some pro players in, and yeah, I look forward to the future. Please do not charge us for online practice mode, because if that is what's going to happen, I'll be upset. But I did say Tekken 7 charges for frame data, but I do have a big feeling that online practice mode is going to be charged. Let me know what you lot are thinking in the comment section down below. Take it easy, everyone. Peace.